Should I sue my brother? I was born into a family with a good economic status. My dad used to make millions of dollars per year, owned multiple rental properties, a multi-story building, and even a shoe store named after me. I have 3 older siblings, but 2 of them I have never met in person. I don't even know if they're aware of my existence since my father, in his anger, drove them away and never wanted to see them again. I was born after those incidents. My childhood wasn't terrible, but I can't say it was happy either. I lived in a 3-story house with my dad, my mom, my adoptive brother, and my older brother. I always admired my older brother. He was knowledgeable, had studied in the United States, and could speak multiple languages. I would hear him switch between English and Chinese when talking to my dad. At that time, I only spoke Spanish and was still learning English. My dad was caring, but strict. If I did something wrong, he would yell at me for an hour, sometimes 30 minutes if I was lucky. If I cried, it only made him angrier. My mom worked tirelessly to run my dad's businesses. She barely ate, barely slept, and hardly had time for me. When I turned 10, my adoptive brother showed me pictures of a chat suggesting that my mom was cheating on my dad. But how could she? She never even had time for herself with all the work my dad forced on her. Both my brothers knew about these pictures. One day, my older brother ran to my dad to tell him. I was only 10, and I watched everything unfold. That night, my dad screamed at my mom for hours. I could hear everything from my room, which was just across from theirs. My mom, exhausted, still got up the next morning and continued working. This went on for a week. Then, my dad told me he was divorcing her. He said he would send both of us to the United States under the excuse that I needed a better education, but I knew the truth. He just wanted her gone. During my last months in my home country, my dad bought a restaurant near a famous lake. He also purchased land nearby and built a beach house and a tree house just for me, even though he knew I was leaving soon. I asked my mom if those messages were a misunderstanding. She confirmed they were. I never believed she cheated. But even if she had every reason to.